Yo, 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 yo. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, and you don't stop. It is the Great Debate Show for the first time. We're coming at you live on TikTok. I'm Jarvis Jeffries. This is Terrence Smith.
Hey.
This is Nick Ely. And we've been doing this for a little while now, but we had to get our followers up. And we finally have enough to, let you all see what we do. We've been dropping reels here on TikTok, and we hope you've enjoyed that. We give you snippets of what we've been doing on the show. But now we're giving you the whole show live in the living color. It's the Great Debate Show. Again, we are available wherever you get your podcast. You hit that follow or subscribe button to be notified each and every time a new episode is up. And when you do that, you will get to listen to us, and you won't miss out some of the greatest episodes that we have here. We've did top 25 wide receivers of all time. We've did top 10 tight ends of all time. And we're about to do the top 25 running backs of all time. And when I tell you that is one of the hardest lists I've ever done, it is. It's not easy. I literally came up with 40 running backs, and I had to decide how am I going to eliminate 15. It's very hard. And we would love to know your list. All you have to do is comment at the bottom, chat with us, and let us know what you think and how you feel. All right? I'm about to go and start recording right now, and you're live, and we're live here too.
Facebook, yep.
This is Facebook, and so we're about to get this thing popping. Let's go. Monday Night Football. Action is on right now. Green Bay, New York Giants. Watch out for the upsets. 2 games on Monday night is for a reason, in my opinion. Titans and Dolphins in Miami. We want to first say, since we just did our tight ends. Well, let me get this started.
The Dolphins touchdown.
The Dolphins scored a touchdown.
On defense.
Yo. We are live. Welcome to the Great Debate Show. Your host, Jarvis Jeffries, Terrence Smith, Nick Ely. We in the building. We're on TikTok Live. So I know you heard us talking a little bit. Terrence was getting upset with something that just happened on the game. Monday Night Football. We're TikTok Live. We're Facebook Live. And welcome to the show. If this is your first time, we hope you enjoy, and we hope you can come back. Now, let's get this thing started. Again, top 25 running backs coming up this weekend on a Super Saturday. And I'm going to give you a little hint at some of the people on the list. And we would love for you all to chime in and let us know what you think as well with your top 25 running backs of all time. I got a list that is very solid, but I have a Hall of Famer who was pretty damn good, who is not on my list. And I know I may kick some heat behind it. From some, maybe not. Who knows, but we'll see. First, we're going to recap Week 14, though, ladies and gentlemen. T, how you feeling, man? Y'all had us scared. First of all, let me say TikTok. They don't all know. Terrence is a Baltimore Raven, and he's sitting in a Baltimore Raven chair. Nick Ely is a Philadelphia Eagle, as you can see, and I'm a San Francisco 49er, as you can see. And, man, we got so much to talk about. We're going to talk about Nick's Eagles.
I really can't believe we let her do our first TikTok Live with Joe Bell sitting right up front like this. And we ain't got nothing, no Eagles, nothing, no Ravens, nothing.
Well, in fairness, he did ask us to bring some
material.
Months ago.
No, I'm really talking about us because we really slow for not having brought it.
And I got plenty of stuff in her, all kinds of cups.
I got 3 different jerseys. I got hoodies. Well, I looked at my hoodie and I picked this up instead.
Well, Nick, you couldn't bring anything. You burnt everything last Sunday.
No, I didn't. I'm not jumping off the boat, dog. We good. It's gonna be okay.
Well, I liked it, man.
Well, while we on Nick, look, Jarvis. We haven't had a chance to personally talk to Nick. Let's give Nick a one hell of an ovation. For people that don't know, Nick was engaged over the weekend. It's public, so I'm talking about it.
Yes, it is public. It's on my Facebook.
It's public. It's on his Facebook and his Twitter. It went viral on Twitter. I think he had like 10,000 million views.
I think I looked like 46,000.
No, seriously, you had a lot of views.
Yeah, I looked like 46,000.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, legit.
And like 1,900 likes. I was whatever.
That's what's up.
Blown away.
Yeah, so I feel kind of cool, man.
Hey, Nick, you're a good dude. People are happy for you.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I've ever met your fiance, but if she's hanging around you, she's got to be good people too. So, congrats to both of y'all.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
It was a hell of an event, man. I'm not gonna lie. Our village, our people, man, they really showed up. I had some friends that helped take care of some things, some decorations, because that's not my fucking forte.
Yeah.
So I got a very good friend of mine, my best friend. I'm sorry if I don't say that, she will fight me. So yeah, Brittany took very good care of me, getting the stuff together, and Sarah Constance, all of her people, man, they showed up.
Oh, you had women on your side.
Yeah.
Oh, you were good. You were good.
Yeah,
See, let me tell you what happened if I had shown up. I would have blown a surprise.
Yeah.
Because I would have, not on purpurpose.
Oh, okay.
So somebody almost did.
I have a history of blowing surprises.
Somebody almost did at the restaurant.
Oh.
That would have been me.
We get so the cover is one of my good friends. His wife's birthday was Friday.
Okay.
So Saturday we're going to brunch.
Yeah, going out for her birthday.
Right. So he's back there getting got with them. They'll make sure everything's straight in the room, whatever. He texts me and says, "Look, I'm gonna meet y'all up front at the bar because I got to stall y'all for a minute. They got to finish get stuff together." So I'm like, "Cool." We get to the bar. He orders me a shot or whatever. Blah blah blah. And he's told the guy, the one behind the bar, told her what's going on. The guy heard it kind of, but he's thinking I've already proposed. So we get there and sit down. He look at her and say, "Well, congratulations." Fortunately, my homeboy, he was on his P's and Q's. He was like, "No, it's my wife's birthday. She's in the back."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, okay." And fortunately,
that would have been me.
She missed it. She didn't really catch on.
Right.
Yeah. And so the moment was very great. If you want to go see it, it's on my Facebook. It's public. Nick Ely on Facebook. Check it out. They made a little reel. It was nice.
I've seen some very good engagements. I know we're off subject, but we're about to get on the subject in a minute.
Yeah.
But I've seen a lot of wild engagements, and they go all out. Like a lot of stuff, they go all out. But I gotta play a hate on you just for a minute because I saw somebody else do it. So usually when people do things like this. Mm-hmm. I give it 2 or 3 years. I'm joking. No, man, y'all really I'm the most happiness and everything for real though. Seriously though, but that's good, Nick, and that's good because if it wasn't for your engagement,
what a terrible weekend he would have had.
What a terrible weekend you would have
been ass, boy.
You would have no sunshine, just nothing but rain and cloudy days.
Yeah, that's all I would have.
I can remember 2 weeks ago, to be exact, saying that the Eagles are going to go on a 3-game skid. Yep. Let's roll the drums. Bruh, I am 1 game away from being 100% correct about that. You lost to the Niners, my Niners. You lost to the Cowboys, which you have admitted is even worse than losing to my Niners.
Absolutely.
And now I think you're about to go to Seattle and play a desperate Seahawks team where a DK Metcalf, who has been really like tearing it up for the past few weeks, I think y'all are in trouble.
Actually, that's not true either. After them 2 catches he had in the first quarter last week, he was shut down.
Oh, okay, but see,
not last week. The other day, yesterday.
Well, okay, that was against us, but he started off like I don't know what he had. I don't know what his stats looked like, but that boy still was like,
he went 2 catches for 52 yards, and then we didn't see him no more.
Talking about yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's against us, so that's fair. But look what he did against the Cowboys on that Thursday night game, and I'm telling you, he's gonna go back home, and they've lost 2 straight. They need this win. They're 6-7. Well, I mean, you tell me who needs it more though: a 6-7 team trying to get a wild card spot, or a team that's 10-3 that's still going to win their division more than likely. They need it more.
We need to beat them and make sure we win our division. Because
you're going to do that anyway. Look at the Cowboys' schedule. The Cowboys are going to Miami and Buffalo. Buffalo and Miami.
We don't need to take no chances.
Well, you're losing this next game. 3 games in a row, the Eagles are going to lose, and I will be right, as I am most of the time. Ladies and gentlemen,
that's not true.
We're TikTok Live. They don't know it yet. Don't listen to the cap.
We got a Facebook comment here.
Don't listen to the cap. I'm right most of the time.
Eagles defense sucks. That's why they're losing.
And who said the Eagles defense sucks?
Our back 7 has
was it more
shit. I think part of it is the scheme because I would trade our entire secondary.
It's that the secondary's trash, like I've always said. That's what it is this year.
Well,
that's what it is. And Kevin Byard can't help that. The Slade looks like ass.
I tell you what, Sidney Brown looked decent yesterday.
Now that is somebody who
Sidney Brown looked all right.
Where has he been? Has he been injured or
he's a rookie? He's been on the bench.
He flies to the ball. That's for certain.
Well, look, Nick. That's not going to improve anytime soon, right? What do you guys do in the meantime? How do you patch that up?
So,
I know the answer to it, by the way, but I'll let you.
A couple of things. One,
and signing Zach Ertz ain't gonna help that secondary.
No, it's not.
Okay,
but a couple of things. One, I had to step back and kind of inject some realism into this, right? If somebody had told me before these last 6 games, you're gonna go 4-2 against the Cowboys, the Dolphins, the Bills, the 49ers, the Chiefs, and the Cowboys again. You're gonna go 4-2 in that stretch and be
That's
10-3 on the back end.
You would take it.
I'd be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts me, not hurts, but it pisses me off because it's the 49ers and the Cowboys in back-to-back weeks and blowouts.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, we've also had that's a tough schedule, and we played those teams who were coming off of byes or coming off of extended breaks.
Right.
And we played them in about 3 of those games on short week, within a short week kind of time span.
Mm-hmm.
And so, getting the full week, getting ready to go play a Seattle team that is obviously not on the level of those that we just played. It could be a good bounce back game. We got the Giants twice and the Cardinals to finish the season. Not to mention if the Cowboys or the 49ers were to slip a game or two on theirs, then we may be able to lock things up before we even get to the end of the season. So I think we'll be okay. I think that we've got enough veterans in that locker room to kind of galvanize the troops and say, hey, man, look, we better than what we're showing. I don't think our back seven is as bad as they have looked.
You know what the problem is?
What is it?
You guys aren't getting pressure like you was.
That's also true. But I think part of the reason we're not getting pressure is because when we play teams that can do things like the Cowboys did last night and get the ball out quick, we don't have time to get pressure.
Right.
Because
It's the same thing they were doing to us.
And our secondary is so bad in coverage.
You know what the answer to that is?
That guys are actually open in 2.5 seconds or less.
The answer is it's time to go back to old, what was it? Was it Jimmy Johnson? You guys, D coordinator?
Yeah.
It's in the house. Yeah,
and when they done that, it actually worked.
Yeah,
right. A couple of times. But the problem
that was Dallas that was doing that.
Right. Like if you notice, who called the game last night?
Al Michaels.
Al Michaels and Collinsworth.
If you notice,
Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah.
Almost every drive, they will make mention of Dak Prescott hitting the back foot, ball coming out, hitting the back foot, ball coming out.
Right.
And so when you can't cover for that 2.5 seconds to give your pass rush a chance to get there, that's what happens.
And look, by all means, give some credit to that.
Yep, and that's definitely not taking anything away from that.
Not to make a brotherly shove joke, but he has gone from holding the Cowboys back to pushing them forward.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Hey, is he MVP?
Yes, he is.
I hope he wins the MVP too. Like,
Yes,
honestly, seriously.
He deserves it.
Because we all know if he gets the MVP, that's it for them. They're not going to win the championship.
Yeah.
Nobody does that anymore.
When's the last time that happened? Did Mahomes do it?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Mahomes did not win championship year. Year one MVP, he lost to the Bucks.
Yep.
Who won MVP last year?
That's right. Mahomes did win MVP last year, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, because it was about to be Jalen, and he got hurt.
Okay.
He hurt his shoulder.
All right. Well, of course.
But that's the only person to do it.
Yeah, it hadn't happened in quite some time.
20 years
Before last year. Yeah.
It's been a while.
For whatever reason, it just doesn't happen.
Did Brady do it?
Tyreek.
I don't think Brady ever did it. The years he was
maybe in the
winning
early 2000s. No, he went.
The years he was winning MVP, they were not. He won it in 07, but they didn't win in 07.
Oh man. So Tyreek Hill is looking like he's.
That's who I was just about to say was actually my
hurt.
pick for MVP.
And of course, I need him to get a touchdown tonight. And from the looks of it, he's not going to be returning to do that.
Yeah,
the fans look so nervous.
I was just about to tell you he was my MVP. And
he is getting up. He is getting up.
Is he getting up?
Let's see what happened.
Yeah, let's see here. They're working him so much, and that's an ankle.
That's an ankle.
Ankle, knee.
Yeah.
He's walking on it right now, though.
He all right.
He's gonna be all right, but he's gonna have to. He can't sit down or.
That didn't feel pleasant at all.
No, it did not. It did not.
Yeah, that's a lot of mass coming down on the back of the ankle.
He was minus 230 and getting in the end zone. I won't be surprised if he doesn't get in there. I got like a 6-leg parlay right from
Oh my
Here
goodness.
we go. Now he's running. Let's go, Tyreek.
Oh my goodness.
We need him in the end zone. Seriously.
Quiet as it's kept, that dude's a unit.
He is.
Very much is.
That man is put together.
And that's why he was on my top 25 list. If anybody missed that list, go back again, follow or subscribe to the Great Debate Show so you can go back and listen to the episodes. We did top 25 wide receivers of all time. We did top 10 tight ends of all time, and we're about to do top 25 running backs of all time on Saturday. Now, I want to give you all a quick who is that? Green Bay? Okay. I want to give you a snippet of what my list is as far as the running backs before we all get into it on Saturday. But first, before we get into it, though, my Niners are still good. They're 10-3. We are now number one in the NFC, and Thanks to the Eagles losing.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Dallas Cowboys beating the Eagles. Never thought I'd be happy to say that, but yeah, thanks Cowboys. We appreciate it. It's just for now. We understand. But honestly, guys, until we see the Ravens on Christmas night, Monday night football, I don't really see that many more losses in our future. I know the Rams could be a trap. I know that's about it. I'm sorry. That's just our schedule. The rest of our schedule is not as bad.
The Rams are quietly playing well, though.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, they are.
That's true.
It's not quietly. They're not even quietly doing it. I see it. And they almost beat you guys. So let's talk about the Ravens real quick before we get into
Let's do it.
the running back list. Terrence, your team is 10-3. Everybody's saying they're the best in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Some say the best in the league. Although I beg to differ.
Yeah.
But you guys like to, I don't know, play down to your competition.
Yeah.
What's up with the Ravens, and how did you barely squeak this win out against the LA Ram team that is fighting for a wild card spot?
Well, I mean, it's like I said earlier. I think the Rams are quietly playing very well. I think they won 3 in a row at that point, right?
Yes.
I think they won 3 in a row. So
Yes.
listen, the Rams might beat some people. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams don't come out and steal and play spoiler towards the end of the season. I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but playing spoiler, yeah, they could definitely do that.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on who they play towards the end right there. If there's some playoff implications, they could definitely beat some people and have them on the wrong side of the playoffs. So I think that's really more so what there was. The Rams do, provide some mismatches with Stafford and Nakua and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
You know, those guys are going to be running past and around a lot of people. So, you know what? To win that game, I think it's a testament to how good the Ravens are, actually, even if they had to win it in overtime.
Nakua gave y'all fits.
Nakua is a bad dude, man.
It's ironic how you guys won that with special teams in overtime with the punt return. That's the exact same thing that happened on week 1 Monday night when the Jets beat the Bills. Opening night. Anybody remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They ain't mentioned of it on the broadcast.
Right. Okay, of course they did. They probably kind of gave the hint before it happened, before the play even happened. But that's neither here nor there. So the Ravens are doing good, 10-3. My team sits at 10-3 atop of the NFC.
And before we exit off the Ravens, I gotta give a shout out to Odell Beckham. He's looking pretty damn good.
Touchdown Green Bay. They score first, 7-0. Green Bay over the Giants. Say that again, Terrence.
Odell Beckham is looking pretty damn good.
Yeah,
He
he
just
is
touched
starting to
on
get back into form now.
Yeah.
He is. No lie. So Odell Beckham Jr. has a chance to go to his second Super Bowl in 3 years.
Yeah, Odell
And he
Beckham
didn't
is
play
looking
last
good.
year. That's the thing about it. He didn't play last
and
year.
I've been telling people for a couple of years now about Isaiah Likely.
Mm-hmm.
He's a weapon at tight end.
Yeah, that he is.
I'm hearing your boy Andrew still can possibly come back. If you all make a deep playoff run, which I'm sure you think y'all are.
Yeah, we
so
should.
We still may have not seen the last of Mark Andrews this year either. So
I like Andrews,
You're
but
happy with what you're getting from Likely?
I think Likely gives us a different level of explosion.
Yeah.
You know, Mark Andrews is, of course, a better route runner. You know, we talked the other day. He's one of the best tight ends of all time already. Maybe not top 10, but you know he's creeping up to
him and Kittle will be on that list. In a couple
he's
years.
creeping up towards that list.
We're just trying to be,
But I think that it's almost the same as, and not to put these two in the same stratosphere, because I do believe that Andrews has more talent than Jason Witten had. But it kind of reminded me of when Martellus Bennett was behind Jason Witten, and Martellus Bennett was a lot more explosive, a lot more athletic.
Yeah.
But it's Jason Witten, and they stuck with Witten.
Yeah. Hey man, shout out to the Ravens, 10-3 atop of the AFC. My Niners 10-3 atop of the NFC. The Eagles are still 10-3. I mean, they are 10-3, but they're not at the top of the NFC. For right now, you're number 5 in the NFC now, and the Cowboys are right behind us at 2. What's up with the Detroit Lions? They lost. Now they're 3, 9-4. They laid an egg in Chicago. This is how people mess up the football sheets. That's how they mess up the parlays. If anybody on TikTok doesn't know, I don't think the NFL is real. I think it is scripted. I think that everything is scripted. And Arian Foster told everybody that, and they just said, he's just saying that. Why would you make up some shit like that? And then he just said, I didn't know it was going to get that much. I didn't know it was going to go viral. I was just bullshitting. No, he wasn't.
Where's Arian Foster now?
I don't know. But I mean, he's still alive, though,
No, they- but-
surprisingly. But yeah, he literally said, and he's not the only one that said that every time training camp.
How do we get to whether or not he was alive? What was that?
Well, because if
I
it's
just asked where he
true,
was.
sometimes it's off with their head. That's just what it is when they say
My
stuff
point
like
was
that.
he's not on airwaves anymore. Like you never.
No,
really-
he's not. He won't be. But because he said that when they go to training camp, man, in their locker is the script. You're gonna have to at least pull your hamstring, or we're gonna say you got a hamstring injury week 4. You're gonna get 4 touchdowns week 8. He said that that's what the stuff is. So hey, I'm just saying. My theories tell me that the Eagles are gonna go on a losing streak. My theories have been so far correct. They're gonna lose to Seattle too. Monday Night Football. Get your bets out. If you can put 100 on whatever it is, I'm sure the Eagles are going to be what? Minus 300? Minus 400? Who knows? It ain't going to happen. They're not going to win. Now, if it gets up to 600 or better, then yeah,
Right.
I'm wrong. But yeah, if it stays anywhere below,
The Eagles are currently favored -3.5.
what's the money line, though? That's the most important thing.
I'll get back to you. On
The
that.
Eagles look really bad last night, man. I mean, I know we're done talking about the Eagles, but they look really bad.
It's our coordinators that are pissing me off because they make everything difficult, and I don't really understand
Yeah,
it.
I want to know what's going on with the
Just a
offense,
few weeks
man,
ago, the
because
coordinators were tearing it up. They were doing everything so right at the right time.
I can understand the issues the defense are having, but I don't understand.
Our defense is like
Shout out to the
'cause
Lakers for winning the in-season
In-season
tournament, if
tournament.
that matters to anybody, if anybody cares.
Don't.
Somebody told me that's the only championship they're going to win this year, but
Correct.
we'll see.
Money line is Eagles -196.
That's nothing. That's
That's
nothing. That may go down to 140, 145, 150 by next Monday, that is.
That'd be a lot of movement.
Seahawks are going to beat the Eagles. You heard it here first. All right, let's get to this running back list. We're not going to do it, but I just want to kind of give y'all a little sneak peek on this list. Again, you got to go back and listen to the wide receivers and the tight end list. It was great. And again, we apologize to A.J. Green because he did not make any of our lists, and we do think he is at least top 20.
He's in there.
I think he is too. Yes.
That was a glaring omission.
He played with
blew
Andy
that one.
Dalton. You know, like if he didn't play with Andy Dalton.
Yeah, I just think it's because he played in Cincinnati all those years, and we just,
Yeah.
I mean, Andy Dalton wasn't terrible.
right.
He wasn't a
He
bad
he wasn't
quarterback.
terrible, but
He
I
wasn't-
mean,
he had a couple of years where he
he's
was,
not going to be Hall of Fame.
No, of course not. No. He had a couple of years where he was a fringe top 10 guy.
But if you look at AJ's numbers, you'll be like, damn, he got this with Andy Dalton.
Yeah, AJ
So I
was
think
him.
it's pretty good. So let me give you a sneak peek of my list. Just real quick.
We went with 35 to 25, right?
We're doing 25, so because I just had people I had to mention, and I was like, man, I don't want to leave these guys out. I'm going to give you 35 to 25,
Okay.
if I can.
Okay.
All right. Priest Holmes came in at 35.
Nice. Priest Holmes.
That's a
Good
nice
mention.
call.
Priest Holmes, you like that? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I thought that he was a decent running back, and I thought that he didn't play a long time. But when he was with the Chiefs, man, now that was kind of like Emmitt Smith and the Cowboys. He was all right, but damn, that offensive line was good, like really good.
Yeah.
So he's 35.
Okay.
Number 34, another Chief, Jamal Charles. He's my number 34. And yeah, but and again, if I need to go over numbers, I have no problem with doing that. Okay, we'll save that. Okay.
If there's somebody out there listening that don't know who Jamal Charles was or
You
how
ain't
good he
watching
was, just turn the channel.
Yeah, you ain't been watching ball.
And was it injuries that shortened his career? Because I think he did go
I
through
don't
quite
think
a
his career
bit.
was short. I think he just
It was kind of short.
I think he just he hit that running back wall.
Okay.
For a running back, I
okay.
think he played as long as you can
I
play.
don't- he didn't have 10 seasons. I don't even think he played double-digit seasons.
Yeah, the running back wall was like 6 seasons though.
Yeah.
At that time, it was.
Yeah.
So 35, Priest Holmes. 34, Jamal Charles. At 33, I got Clinton Portis.
Okay.
I thought Clinton
Okay.
Portis would have been in my top 25
Right.
if he didn't get traded to the Washington. To Washington.
My guy Jamar said, I think he's talking about Jamal Charles won him a fantasy championship.
Oh,
Okay, right on.
That's what's up. Jamal was a bad boy now.
Jamal was nice, yeah.
I got Clint Portis at 33, and he would be higher than that if he didn't go play for Washington, where he was doing great under Shanahan, but Joe Gibbs just ran him in the ground and thought it was still the A's. So that's why he's 33. Number 32, Matt Forte. I thought that was another good running back that,
I find it interesting that Matt Forte is over the people you've already mentioned.
well, I got the numbers if you want me to go
Let's
pull
hear
them
it.
up.
I'm curious
Okay.
on that. Yeah, I'm gonna pause you on that one.
Okay, fine. That's no problem. Matt Forte.
And Matt Forte was nice. Don't get me wrong.
He was. Matt Forte, in only 146 games, averaged 102 yards a year. He had...
Hold on, what?
102 yards a game.
102 yards a game. That was his average. I'm sorry.
He averaged 100 yards a game?
102. There it is. Over 2,300 carries, 9,796 yards. So he was this close to 10,000.
No, that can't be right.
What is the AV?
That AV must mean something else, because
no, I think that's what they average a game.
I'm looking at the number 146 games for night. He should have 14,000 yards.
I mean, I don't know about that 2,300 carries.
No, I mean that's just the math. If he played 146 games and he averaged 102 yards a game, he should have 14,000 yards.
Well, what does that AV mean?
I don't know. But
it's average on something.
I'm
not sure. That's just a picture.
The picture. Oh, okay, my bad.
Is that total yards like receiving and
that I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't have much of an issue with it because Matt Forte was such a dual threat.
But I mean, he got close to 10,000 yards. Here's my
10,000 yards in
14,
146 games. So damn near, probably about 9 seasons worth of games.
54 touchdowns. That's a little slight, but he didn't make my top 25. But over 2,300 carries and almost 10,000 yards. For me, you have to be right at or over 10,000 rushing yards.
How does that compare to Clinton Portis?
How does that compare to Clinton Portis?
Numbers wise, yeah.
Well, Clinton Portis played in 113 games. He had, I don't know what that 83 is, but I thought that was what I said it was, so I thought that was significantly less. He had 99.
Yeah, they can't be what it is because his AV on there is lower, but he's got more yards in less games.
Mm.
He's got 75 touchdowns.
No, ain't no way you gonna tell me Matt Forte over Clinton Portis. I wasn't hearing that one. That's why I had to stop.
Well, I could switch them, I mean, but still, they're under 10,000 yards, so they can't make my list.
Who'd you have right before Clinton Portis?
Jamal Charles.
What those numbers say?
119 games, 1,400 carries. And this is why he could have easily been in the top 25. Only 1,400 carries in only 119 games. But the thing is, he only got 44 touchdowns, and he had 7,563 rushing yards.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's where I got him at. Jamal Charles.
Jamal Charles and Matt Forte were both very, very well.
But again,
very much dual threats out of the backfield.
I do think Clinton Portis probably should be ahead of Matt Forte.
If you want to drop Matt Forte,
I could switch them up. No problem. But so I would say instead of Matt Forte being 32, I'd say Portis 32 and Forte 33. That's not a big deal. Number 31. I'm probably about to get some heat about this too. Sean Alexander.
Ooh.
Sean Alexander is on the list. I mean, he's not in my top 25. These are the people who didn't quite make the list. And the reason why I have him at 31, though, is because here we go. Sean Alexander played in only 123 games. 77, whatever that AV is. Only 2,100 carries. 9,453 yards. See, everybody is right on the cusp of hitting 10,000.
Because he had a couple of years where they ran the dog shit out of him.
Literally.
Well, I'm giving you the numbers. Only 2,187 carries to these other guys who had 2,400.
Didn't he have like 2 or 3 years where he had like 350 plus carries or something like that?
Yes.
It was something crazy.
And he got an MVP.
Yeah, he did win MVP.
He did win an MVP. And the reason why he's in this mentioning is because he's close to 10,000 yards at 94.53 and he had 100 touchdowns. And he's killing the other people in the touchdowns that I just said. He got 54 for Forte, 75 for Clinton Portis.
Didn't he hit a record for touchdowns until Tomlinson broke it?
It was the MVP year.
Yeah.
Well, at least for the touchdowns, yes.
I think LT broke it the next year.
Probably
or 2 years after.
I think so. So there it is, right there at 31, Sean Alexander. Number 30. And again, 25 to 35, we can scramble them around however you want, but 10,000 yards plus, you definitely made the list.
I'm just grinning because I know the heat is coming.
Jamal Lewis is number 30.
Okay.
Now, the reason why I have Jamal Lewis at 30.
Over Sean Alexander?
Over Sean Alexander. And again, I told you about my yards. That's very important to me. Yards mean more than touchdowns to me.
Yeah, let me see that.
Jamal Lewis in 131 games. That's not a lot either. He played.
Touchdown Saquon. Oh, that's a highlight.
Jamal Lewis had 2,542 carries, 10,607 yards, and 58 touchdowns. He exceeded the 10,000 yards, though. 131.
How many games for Sean Alexander?
Sean Alexander, 123.
And how many yards?
Sean Alexander had 9,453. Jamal Lewis had 10,607.
So another 1,200
touchdowns is the only difference between those two.
Another 1,200 yards in 12 more games. What was the game difference count again?
Yeah, not even 12. That's 8. 131 to 123.
1,200 yards. So I mean that'd be a hell of a 8 games to try to get 1,200 yards. That'd be an outrageous 8 games.
It really would. And touchdowns too, especially. But Jamal Lewis, man, 10,000 yards in 2,500 carries. I'm looking at the carries and the games and all of that, and I
don't know if I like that one. I think that might deserve a flip also.
So you don't think he should be on the list, one of the top 30?
I think Sean Alexander should be above him.
Okay, I can do that. Sean Alexander 30, Jamal Lewis 31. No big deal.
Yeah, I think I want
Number 29, Chris Johnson.
I think that's a little low.
You think that's a little low? Okay, here's my reason.
Depends on who's above him, but
here's my reason.
This is gonna make.
And I wanted him in my top 25, but I'm gonna explain why quickly. The reason why he's at 29 is because he only got 55 touchdowns. Touchdowns doesn't mean everything to me for running backs, but again, only 55 touchdowns. Now he was close to 10,000 yards though.
How many games he played?
He played 130 games. He had 2,163 carries, and he got 9,651 rushing yards.
And he had a decent number of receiving yards too, I'm sure.
He did. I can't tell you exactly what those are. Hold on. Yes, I can. He also had 307 catches for 2,255 yards.
Yeah,
now, when I get closer up my list, it's some other people that's killing that, though. Yeah. As far as the reception.
Lindell White got a lot of his touchdowns.
Chris
Johnson will get him down there. Lindell White will come and slam the door.
He did. And that's the reason why I had him at 25, 24. But then there was other people, and I'm like, damn it. I gotta pump him down though.
Yeah, Lindell White was the Mariano Rivera of the of the NFL. He would come in.
I'm gonna be curious to see who else you coming with because I feel like Chris Johnson's a little low.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way though. That means you're putting some respect on Chris Johnson's name. Yeah, LeVar, Jeffries, if you're listening or watching, I know you're gonna be happy to hear that.
If LeVar he wouldn't be okay. So if you want to talk about that, okay, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so behind Chris Johnson, I got Marshawn Lynch at 28. Woo! And that's too low.
Nope.
No, I feel you.
I got Chris Johnson. Can't do it.
You got Chris Johnson over Marshawn?
I got Chris Johnson over Marshawn.
I don't have a problem with that. Let me tell you why.
And Beast Mode by guy. I love Beast Mode.
Yeah, mine too. But let me tell you why
I got Chris Johnson over him.
I didn't even want to put Marshawn Lynch on the list. I had almost forgot about him, to be honest with you. And then I looked at the numbers and I said, damn. In 149 games, which is more than Chris Johnson's
19 more games.
Okay, you got it already covered. 19 more games. Whatever that AV is 90. 2,453 carries. 10,413 rushing yards, but he's got 85 touchdowns. That's 30 more touchdowns than Chris Johnson.
But he was more of a boomer. He was
no doubt.
So 10,000, how many yards?
10,413.
And Chris Johnson was 96 something.
Yeah, 9,600 something.
So you talking about 1,000?
Let's look at the carries again. 2,453 for Marshawn Lynch. And
I bet it's less for Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson was 2,163.
So 300 less carries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
I can switch that. No problem.
No,
I can switch that. I can switch that. So, because can I just go one spot?
We keep going.
Yeah,
I feel like Chris gonna climb higher. Keep going.
Okay, all right. 27, Corey Dillon.
And, hell no.
And the reason
Chris Johnson.
Okay. Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon was a bad man for a
while.
Stop
sleeping on him, man.
And a matter of fact, Marshawn Lynch over Corey Dillon. I said what I said.
Corey Dillon.
You didn't watch these guys.
I did. What you mean?
You're talking about a guy who's. Didn't you just turn like 25?
I am 33 years old, Jarvis.
He doesn't. Forgive him. Look, let me get it. Let me get the list. I know I was joking, but look. Let me get it. In 150 games.
Give me Corey Dillon.
In 150 games, Corey Dillon. The Giants scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
7-7. The Titans have scored a touchdown.
Yep.
Both games 7-7. Wow. Okay, so in 150 games, Corey Dillon had 2,618 carries, 11,241 yards, and 82 touchdowns. Now,
so
how many touchdowns did we say?
In comparison to Chris Johnson, he played 20 more games. 20 more games. He had how many more carries?
Corey Dillon?
Corey Dillon had a lot of years wasted over
Corey
there.
Dillon had 2,618.
People didn't know who Corey Dillon was for a long time.
And I said Marshawn Lynch had 2,453.
So it's 200 more carries than Marshawn Lynch.
200 more carries than him. And the yards are pretty close to
11,241. And 500 more than Chris Johnson.
Where did he go again? Okay, 10,413, 85 touchdowns. 82 touchdowns to
11,241.
That's pretty close.
So he's got
pretty close.
I'm looking at Chris. So he got Chris Johnson by 1,600 yards.
Chris Johnson was again.
You're
trying to find a way to. You're looking for a way to move Chris Johnson up.
Yeah, 1,600 yards, 500 carries, and 20 games.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, I don't know how much we're valuing, like
longevity.
Well, not even longevity, but like
longevity
talent over production.
Yeah,
because for so long people have had the argument of Barry Sanders over Emmitt Smith because Emmitt is going to always have a production. Mm-hmm. But I mean, Barry, just by the eye test, Barry's more talented.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you right now.
Longevity doesn't.
This list, Barry Sanders is going to be over Emmitt Smith.
Longevity doesn't do it for me in this list, and why I made this list. I don't know about anybody else, because if that was the case, Frank Gore would be in my top 5. But I can tell you now, he's not going to be, even though he's on my list, because that's just a lot of years, a lot of carries, and I had to just keep bumping him down because I'm like, it looks like he's stat stuff in here. But he's still getting 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he was having some productive years there for a minute.
He did have some productive years.
He played 20 years. He was productive.
Not 20. But 16.
16, yeah.
16.
I was like, he played 16. He was
16,000 rushing yards. But I'll get to
productive through about
when we do that on Saturday.
14 and a half of them, just like.
So Nick, it sounds like to me you think I should have Chris Johnson above
Chris Johnson,
Holmes, Jamal Charles, Clinton Porter. Well, he's above them anyway.
Yeah, he's above all of them.
He should be above Marshawn Lynch and Corey Dillon.
Yep, and Marshawn should be over Corey Dillon also.
But Corey Dillon and Marshawn Lynch is pretty even, man.
Nah.
I just gave it to you. 82 touchdowns to 85 touchdowns. 10,413 yards to 11,241 that Corey's got. 150 games for Corey Dillon. And 149 games for Marshawn Lynch. That's just too even. It doesn't matter. You can flip a coin.
I'm going beast mode.
Flip a coin. Okay, beast mode. Whatever. I don't have a problem, though, with putting Chris Johnson ahead of those guys.
Okay.
So I can easily say Chris Johnson is 27.
Let's keep going. I think Chris Johnson going to keep climbing. Y'all got Chris Johnson messed up.
No, I really don't.
Let's hear it.
It's just that.
Who's 26?
Number 26, I have Ricky Williams. And I'm going to explain why Ricky Williams is number 26. I love me some Ricky Williams. I watched him, too. It's not even about the stats for me. I watched him.
I watched him as well.
And I don't even think Ricky Williams
I don't know how you say that behind just trying to put Corey Dillon over Marshawn Lynch.
Because I watched them all.
I did, too. That's why
You did not. You did not.
How you figure?
How old were you when Corey Dillon was playing running back?
Corey Dillon was playing, what, in the early 2000s? So I was 12?
And how much you remember from 12?
A lot.
Okay. I'm going to say...
My Eagles was going to the NFC Championship game every year. We went 4 years in a row.
I have... let me see.
Corey Dillon was on the Patriots team, if I'm not mistaken, that beat us in the Super Bowl.
That's true.
Who did I just say? Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams. Where is he at?
But see, here's my thing. If we're talking about talent, like Ricky Williams is extremely high.
Ricky Williams is very talented, man. And the eye test, I'm telling you, the dude was high every game.
I just don't think
he didn't give a damn about playing football sometimes. He didn't put his best foot forward. He just came out there and just did what he did by accident.
I just don't think Ricky Williams
He
played
was
enough.
like the Randy Moss.
That's my thing with him.
I don't think he played enough.
You don't think he played enough?
No.
Let me give you his numbers. I got him in here.
Like at his best, after he left the league for 3-4 years.
Yeah.
When he came back, he
wasn't
not
that no more.
He wasn't that guy. He was still good. He played for my Ravens for 3 or 4 years. He was good. Yeah. He wasn't that guy. I appreciate him. I think he was on the championship team, as a matter of fact.
Man, I know good and damn well.
2,400 carries, 10,000 yards, and 342 catches for 26 yards. 2,600 yards.
Okay, he's over 10,000 yards
and
though.
74 touchdowns.
And how many games though? Click on the. That's the one right there.
I think it says a lot for him to be over 10,000 yards.
147 games.
In 147 games.
And missed a lot of time in his prime.
Now Chris Johnson, before you try to put him over him, and I love Chris Johnson. And again, my brother talked to me so much about Chris Johnson. How could I forget him? How could I forget him? I'm telling you right now though.
17 more games, about 400 and some more yards.
How many games did Chris Johnson have?
130.
Okay. And again, I took all of that in consideration because at one point I was like, I don't even know should he be on the list.
17 more games, about 300 more carries, about 400 more yards. And how many was Chris Johnson had? What, 55 touchdowns? You said
55.
He had 11 more touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean,
it's statistically close.
Ricky Williams was a bad boy, man.
Ricky Williams might be one of the biggest what ifs in sports history.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
He was kicked out of the league at a very early age when he was still in his prime. Didn't Mike Ditka trade like some kind of crazy amount for him?
Yeah, he did.
Did he trade like 3 or 4 first round picks?
Yeah, something like that.
Like Ricky Williams.
And Master P was his agent.
There's the problem right there.
The no limit
The
agency.
king of bankruptcy.
I just didn't know what they were doing at the time. And
The
you know
king
what they
of
were.
bankruptcy was his agent. That's the
I
problem.
will admit that it is statistically closer than I remembered,
Yeah.
but nah, I got Chris Johnson.
Okay. All right. And my number 25, I have to stop right here because I don't want to give any more away, but I help you guys out because I know good and well I've mentioned some names that you probably forgot about and we're not going to put on your list. You're welcome. Number 25, Warrick Dunn. And the reason why Warrick Dunn is at 25 is because he played 12 seasons and he had only 20. Well, that's not only. That's a nice amount of carries. 26.69 in carries. 180.
A lot of carries.
181 games.
Like
Whatever that AV is, it's 124.
Definitely.
We need to find out what that is because it's 124. That's higher than everybody else so far I mentioned. 2,600 carries, 10,967 yards. The only knock on him, and this is because they had that big Duckett and whoever else getting the touchdowns at the goal line, he only got 49 touchdowns. But the same knock that you can get for Chris Johnson not having only 55 with the whole, what's his name, Lindell White?
Lindell White.
That's the same thing.
Everybody remember the little Lindell dance?
I definitely
The reason why Warrick Dunn is at 25 over Chris Johnson and some of these other guys is because I just gave you the rushing. The man also had 510 catches
He was a good receiver.
for 4,300 receiving yards
Yeah.
and 64 touchdowns.
Was he on the Tampa championship?
So he was one of your. He was another Roger Craig who started this ish, and he's definitely on my list.
Damn, that's tough.
What's tough? He's on this list because he is one of those all-purpose backs that we didn't really know what the hell that was outside of Roger
he was
Craig.
good before his time.
Again, 510 catches, 4,339 receiving yards, and 64 touchdowns.
Here's my
On top
question.
of 10,000, on top of nearly, let's just say 11,000 rushing yards.
What was
And he did great for the community and bought people houses and stuff.
when was Warrick Dunn's career?
Still does it?
I think so.
What was his career?
When was his career? He got drafted.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, so he got drafted what?
No, I think he came into the league in the late 90s.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe
He
like, hold on.
was on that Tampa championship team, right?
I believe so.
Was he still
Yeah,
there? No, he
yeah.
already went to Atlanta. He had already went to Atlanta. That's messed up, too. He missed it.
Damn. Sure.
Yeah, he
I think
missed
you're
it.
right.
Yeah.
He was there when Dungy was there, but now he went to Atlanta. He was with Vic and Duckett and Crumple and them
Yeah.
in the early 2000s. But he was
It was Price.
he
Roddy
got
White.
drafted. I don't know when he got drafted. He was born in 75, Baton
I'll look it
Rouge.
right quick.
He's only 48 right now. Man, I don't know. I don't see
I'll
the
look it
actual
right
year.
Shout out to Warrick
he was
Dunn, though,
drafted.
man.
Yeah, shout out to Warrick
Doggone
Dunn.
good dude.
He's my number 25. Look again, 25 to 35. It may not be perfect. It sounds like Nick still wants Chris Johnson to be higher than that, and that's fine by me because I ain't no Chris Johnson hater. I'm just saying that 55 touchdowns. The reason why he is now again less games, no doubt, less games, hell, less carries. And if it wasn't for the Titans doing what they were doing, like sabotaging his career at one point when they weren't blocking for him and things like that, he would have had much more yards.
This is my thing. Here's my
The
question.
Titans
Okay.
are good at killing running backs.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
When was Warrick Dunn one of the top, unquestionably a top 3 running back in the league?
In the early 2000s, who else you had? You had, of course, Marshall Faulk was the best at that time.
Eddie George.
But you had to give, but he wasn't my best. But you could say Eddie George, Marshall Faulk.
Curtis Martin?
Yeah, you could say Curtis Martin. He was definitely your top 5.
Was Adrian drafted by then?
He didn't come into the league until 99, so I don't think he was a top back just yet. But, well, I'll take that back. His first 2 years was pretty beast mode.
Adrian
so.
was nice.
Yeah,
He came in.
Yeah,
right.
he's on my list too, but I'm not about to say his name anytime soon. If that don't help y'all out.
But see, like we know when that was for
Right.
Chris Johnson.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we remember.
Where do you want Chris Johnson in? Where is he at on your list? I know you can't. I know you don't want to give your list away, but it sounds like he's top 15 for you or something.
It sounds like he should have made your list. I don't think he would. I feel
He's on my list. It's just my top 35 list.
It sounds like he should have made your top 25.
I got you.
Because like Warrick
You don't
Dunn,
know the running backs on my name though in the top 20.
Well, you're telling me that Warrick Dunn is 25.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of thinking Chris Johnson.
Because of
should
the
be up.
all-purpose though. Are you hearing that part?
I do hear that
That means
part.
a lot.
But my thing is, when was Warrick Dunn even in the argument for being the best back in the league?
Never the best back. But okay, I'll tell you what. How did you feel about Tiki Barber at the time? because this is when those guys were in their prime.
I never felt great. Tiki Barber's not on my list.
Well, his numbers are similar to Ward Dunn's though, as far as
Tiki Barber's not on my
all-purpose. Well, he should be. I mean, I wasn't a fan of him, but he was a bad boy. If you go back and look at the stats and just look at the tape,
it's no hate. I mean, I know he played for the Giants or whatever, but like,
Yeah.
I like as an Eagles fan, the Giants. I'm sorry.
that don't have anything to do with it.
I'm sorry for any Giants.
My guy Jamar says that AB is basically games missed. That's what that is.
AV.
AV is what we're looking for, Jamar, not AB.
Yeah, they have the G for games, and then they got this AV, and then it's the
see.
rush. We know that's carries, yards, and touchdowns. I'm not sure what that is. I thought it was what they averaged. I thought that was what they averaged a game.
It's the weighted career average. It's approximate value. There
Approximate
you go.
value.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay.
Analytics, man.
Okay.
We don't need
Yeah,
analytics.
it's some analytic stuff. Yeah, it's something else.
Well, that's 124 for Ward Dunn, and it's higher than everybody I mentioned. So, and again, I thought it was what they averaged.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why my list is what it is.
Yeah.
Now I got time to change those 10 though before we do our Saturday thing, because technically I ain't gave you but one person in my top 25, and that's Ward Dunn. So I'm just that's my list for right now.
It's cool.
We know Chris Johnson is going to be much higher on his list.
But
so
wait,
that's fine.
so
I really do respect it.
hold on. So that person you mentioned that we're not going to talk about.
Yeah.
So hold on, y'all. There is a person that Jarvis does not have on this top 25 list that's going to piss everybody off.
And he also didn't make this top 30.
That's what I was about to say. He didn't
No.
make the top 35?
He did not. I really wanted to, but it's just not enough. Not enough time.
I want to argue with him.
Not enough time. Not
But I
enough
don't think
games
I can.
played. And he's got a gold jacket too, so I know I'm going to get heat behind it. But he just didn't. It's just not enough for me. If you put Patrick Willis in the Hall of Fame, I'll put this guy on my top 25
I don't even think.
list.
I quite honestly don't think those people deserve to be in the same conversation.
Who was that?
What do you
Patrick
mean?
Willis and
And the person I'm talking about?
They're not in the same
Well,
conversation.
no, I don't. It was okay. So that
Patrick
Yeah,
Willis.
just happened.
Patrick
So
Willis.
doesn't that justify why he's not on my top 25?
When did Patrick Willis retire?
2014.
They should have cut the list, the 5-year thing off and sent him in.
That's what
the
I'm
next
saying.
day.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like-
and Roger Craig, like, why is he not in the Hall of Fame? He's the first person that started getting 1,000 yards, rushing at 1,000 yards, receiving. It was unheard of in the late 80s, early 90s.
I think the Titans just blocked the punt or something. A
You
field
know?
goal.
Tyreek Hill ain't got a touchdown yet
They
either.
blocked the field goal. Tyreek Hill ain't been making the game.
This is some bull.
Oh, he hasn't?
Hell
I don't think
no.
Because he ran
Hey,
off the field.
hey, will they void that parlay or no?
No,
Hell no, he played.
They
He
gonna
got
say
the
kiss
ball.
my ass.
They are going to say kiss that ass.
Yeah, they didn't quit doing that.
Okay, but look, Jarvis, I told you I had a question to ask you.
Okay.
So listen, y'all make sure y'all tune in again Saturday where we actually everybody's gonna give their full list.
Yes, sir.
But Jarvis, I got a question to ask you.
Okay, shoot.
You're a long time 49ers fan.
Yes, sir. 30 years.
Damn, that's a long time. I'm 35.
Actually, it's 33 years.
That's why he over here trying to call me young. He over here old as hell.
as long as you've been alive, he's been
Right,
a
he been a
49ers fan.
49ers fan my whole
That's
damn
why
life.
I literally didn't think he really even seen Corey Dillon, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I saw plenty of
He was a
Corey
bad
Dillon.
But
man
you
in
don't
Cincinnati.
have him on your list, though. Tell the truth.
I'll say this,
I
but-
did y'all a favor by giving y'all
By the time he
35
got
to
to-
25.
He wasn't on my top 25.
I know, but he should be.
By the time
He
Corey
never
Dillon
hit
got
top
to
25.
Well, no, I mean, he's not, but he damn near made the list. What did I say I had him at? Like 28?
by the time
It's real-
Corey Dillon
it's
got
real
to New
talk.
England, he wasn't the guy that was in Cincy. He was in Cincy.
Since he was a bad boy, he
was
just was
a
playing for
bad
the
dude.
Bengals.
He was just playing for the
He might end up in that 28 to 32 range for me.
But
He
Jarvis,
should.
like I
He
said, I got a question for you, Jarvis.
And
Now
again, my
we've
top
been doing
20.
this show a long time,
Yes.
and for so long you called Belichick the greatest coach of all time. Is that still your stance?
Wait a minute now. When did I say that?
I seem like I remember hearing you call him the greatest coach of all time.
Well, I think what I
I mean, he
said
definitely
was
had the triple B's thing going for a minute.
I did, but that seems like that was forever ago.
Right.
But no, what I really was saying was that
Little B's now.
we didn't know who was the real GOAT between Belichick or Brady. I think we know that now. But yeah, I know. I've always thought Bill Walsh was still the GOAT.
I was about to say you're a 49ers fan, and
Oh, yeah, no, I've never-
I don't think any of us have mentioned Bill Walsh, whose imprint is still in the league, probably
Yes.
now more than ever.
Yes. I know. I've never said
imprinted his ass on
Belichick was
us
better
last
than
night.
Bill Walsh. The only thing I said was that in a few years here, if Andy Reid keeps doing what he's doing, we've got to put some respect on his name, and he's
Absolutely.
going to be our real GOAT. Because, like, for me, I give more credit to what he did in Philly than you even do as an Eagle fan. Because the only blemish he has is that he didn't, because he did everything but win the Super Bowl, which is what I think he would have did if Belichick wasn't cheating.
So why do you feel like you give him more credit than me?
I
I love Andy Reid.
Well, I heard a lot of Eagles fans say they couldn't wait to get rid of Andy Reid.
I love Andy Reid.
Oh, okay. Well, you do, but I know a few Eagle fans that were like, You want him?
When
This is when we had Harbaugh. It was
Yeah.
like, you want him? We'll take Harbaugh.
No, when we did end up letting it go, I understood that it was time at that point.
Right.
But no, like I have no ill. I honestly root for Andy Reid when obviously they're not playing the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Just I root for the Chiefs in that way, just because of how I feel about Andy Reid. Me and Andy ain't got no beef.
I'm gonna make sure I talk to
Not that he would
everybody.
care if we did, but
the
me and
people that
Andy
are
got no
commenting
beef.
on TikTok, we appreciate you. I got it too far away from me to see and read your comments, but I do see some things going by, and whatever it is, I sure wish I could, actually see.
I see some 49ers.
I'll go check it out.
But if we got the little thing.
Don't bump it.
It's real. It's real careful. But
don't bump it.
yeah, if we can interact with some of the TikTok followers, we really appreciate it.
Oh,
whether they're
boy.
Niners or
We bumped
Eagles
it.
or whatever. But yeah,
That's a lot of comments.
Yeah, that's a lot of comments, and we appreciate it.
Oh no, it's just people joining.
On TikTok or joining.
liking.
Either way, we appreciate
sure appreciate
it.
that.
What's that at the top left? I mean, at the bottom left right there. Is that not comments?
No, that's hosting.
Top
Yes.
left? Okay.
Oh, over here.
Yeah, right
Nah,
there.
that's not. Nah, that's something else.
That's nothing. It keeps flipping. I'm thinking
Right.
it's somebody saying.
But either way, we do appreciate TikTok and Facebook. You guys joining in.
Seriously.
But I just
though.
wanted to ask you that, Jarvis, because we have not talked about Bill Walsh one time on this show. We've been doing this show a long time.
Well, I try not to be so biased.
Well, he's not
but
biased,
I
Jarvis.
told people all
Since
the
when?
time that. Really, seriously, like I'm trying not to be. I really
I've
try
been
not to
in
be.
this 2 years. Since when?
You think I'm biased about the Niners?
Sometimes.
But yet I've never mentioned Bill Walsh's name.
That's which is crazy.
I mean, like everybody, like you said, his
I don't think we ever had a
skin on
real
the league
conversation
today.
about coaches.
We haven't, and I think it's time to do that also.
That may need to come up.
I really do love Mr. Andy Reid, and I really do respect him.
Yeah.
I do have the same respect for Bill Belichick in somewhat, but again, I was the main one saying, hey, he had the locker room tab. He did this. He had the spy gate, deflate gate, headset gate, all kind of gates. So it's hard for him to be the GOAT.
Let's be glad he doesn't work for the damn FBI.
Right.
Right. But now Bill Walsh is still going to be my
Let's
GOAT.
be glad he's not working against the damn FBI.
And he should have more Super Bowls. He just said,
Nah,
I'm
4 would
done.
probably be worse.
George Seifert, he gave George Seifert 2 Super Bowls that should have been his.
Yeah.
He just walked away from the game, because remember, he was old as shit when he came.
was, yeah.
Because he had been in Stanford for all those years.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but the real GOAT, and yeah, I'm probably being biased when I say this, but Eddie DeBartolo is the real GOAT if we're talking about owners. And I know he's a Niner too. But the reason why he's the real GOAT is because everybody knows, if you're a true 49er fan, you know what I'm about to say. The gambling scandal back in 97 when he got stuck up for that and they suspended him for a year and he never came back and he just gave the team to his sister. And T.O. was like, this shit's about to hit the fan. I'm going to Philly. And he said, watch out because the Yorks don't know what they're doing. Before that, he's the GOAT because he won 5 Super Bowls in a short amount of time.
We're talking
He
just
gave
football in
Robert
this
Kraft,
conversation, right?
talking about football, he gave
Okay.
Robert Kraft the
Pick.
game. He gave Robert Kraft the game in 94. He sit down and told the meeting of him when he walked to DeBartolo and said, hey, man, how can I do what you just did? It was after he won his 5th Super Bowl. And he made so much paper. I don't know how much he made, but that's the reason why I think we've been jinxed and cursed for the longest, because the 49ers or Eddie DeBartolo knew, if this game is scripted like I say it is, he knew they were going to win those Super Bowls, and he made so much loot. And they were like, hey, man, you're going against the grain. You out of here. That's what I think that's about. And shout out to Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck if we get canceled or not. I'm going to say it because in 2020, after we lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, and Melvin Reese, if you're listening and watching, I know you know what I mean. Nobody talked about it, but it's at the bottom of the screen that President Trump pardoned Eddie DeBartolo for that gambling scandal. Why would he do that when he was never convicted?
I was really wondering where you was going with the shout out to Donald Trump.
Why would he do it? I mean, because I appreciate it, because what I think Donald Trump has did is he has uplifted the curse. And this year we're finally going to win the Super Bowl. Bang, bang. Niner gang. Thanks to Trump. He done that.
Plug your, Jamar's asking for your TikTok. Plug your TikTok if you don't mind.
TikTok, Watch This Entertainment, or just the Great Debate Show. That's us on, that's the TikTok. Watch This Entertainment. And the Great Debate Show. Type either one of those in, and you should see our reels and our videos. We appreciate you for asking that too, man. And yeah, we got a lot of good reels on there. Thanks to Terrence, he's been doing a lot of great work. And I saw one of the other ones. Somebody commented on it. It's old too, from earlier in the season when I had my Kyle Shanahan rant, and you did the bleeps and all of that. Somebody was like, "This was hilarious," and they said it aged well too, though, because it's like, Trey Lance is gone. Purdy's the MVP damn near. And it's like it's all forgotten.
Yeah.
But it was so hilarious, though. And I was really pissed the fuck out.
You really were.
You know, but it was really funny, and I'm glad that they enjoyed that. So yeah, but again, shout out to Trump for pardoning Eddie DeBartolo, because why would you pardon somebody who never was arrested for it or convicted for it? I think he saw after we lost the Super Bowl 54, because I remember him tweeting Nick Bosa. He said, "Congratulations on coming to the league."
Nick Bosa is 100% a Trump supporter.
Yeah, and Trump said
1,000%.
Trump said, "Congratulations, Nicky Bosa. You're going to win a lot of Super Bowls with the San Francisco 49ers." When we lost Super Bowl 54, I think Trump went in the records and he looked at the files and said, oh, that's why.
Matter of
Let
fact,
me remove that.
Matter of fact, if you go back
Shout
and
out
watch,
to Trump.
if you go back and watch some of that,
Now we're going to win. The curse is over.
go back and watch some of that January 6th footage. It was a couple of swole looking dudes in that crowd. I'm not saying that Nick Bosa was there.
He got a lot of sacks that day, huh?
Right. I'm just saying it was quarterbacks going down at an alarming rate.
Nick Bosa, Chris Jericho were both there, I guarantee you.
Chris Jericho, that's a good one too, yeah. But look, anyway, I just
That's
wanted
been
to.
wild. I'm thinking about.
I just wanted to put
how
that
the
out
hell
there.
was he there?
That's the reason why Eddie DeBartolo's a true GOAT, though. He got away with millions and probably billions of money, knowing what was going to happen with the NFL scripts and everything. Shout out to him on that. But this is our year here. Again, Chris Johnson. I can't wait to see what Chris Johnson's going to be on your list, Nick. That's going to be good.
Bro,
Terrence
Terrence
wait to hear
face
your
just
list.
killed me. I'm sorry. That was
I
funny.
missed it. I didn't even see it.
No, I mentioned Chris Jericho, and he was like, he thought I was talking about Chris Benoit. I was like, wait a
And
minute.
I was like, how the hell was he there?
Oh, yeah, right.
No, man.
That was sad. That was a sad thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't.
You heard the conspiracy about how that's not what happened, right?
Absolutely,
Okay,
I've heard
okay,
conspiracy.
sure.
I'm always here for a good,
Right.
good conspiracy.
Hold on, don't
theory.
say that one for the rest of the podcast. Fill me in.
The Chris Benoit thing.
So there's a theory out there that like, so the lady that he was with someone else who was essentially his boss, but his boss that they call a booker who makes the matches, makes the programs, booked an angle on the show where she left him for Benoit. Then they got together in real life, and he told them, I'm going to get you back at some point, essentially, paraphrasing. And so they think, a lot of folks think that he got his revenge finally 10, 15 years later.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's one theory. There's more out there, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was Kevin Sullivan.
But
I'm not accusing Kevin Sullivan of anything. That's just a theory that somebody.
But that's what I've heard. And do you really think Chris Benoit really would have did what they said he did, like hang his
Yeah, I do
family
actually.
and then himself out there and leave a letter and all that crap? Like,
Yeah, I do actually.
that's just a head scratcher. Oh, you do?
Yeah,
I know he had the CTE and all
He's
that.
CTE. He was already a weird guy. He went through a lot of depression, and after Eddie passed away, yeah, I do believe it.
Oh, and rest in power to Frank Wychick.
Absolutely.
52
Let me
years
tell y'all
old.
something.
Said,
Let
we
me tell y'all
just did our
something.
tight end list, and he didn't make it though. But we want to say, real.
Hey, look, NFL Blitz. I ran one play. Sub-Zero was the play.
They might say NFL Blitz.
I got
Damn.
Eddie George out here. I
Yeah.
got a big Frank Wychick on a post, and I got I forgot which receiver that was on the street. One of them was guaranteed to be open. I guarantee.
Was that Kevin Dyson?
It may have been Dyson. It was somebody. Hey,
I don't think
Mason probably
his name was Dyson. I don't think his name was Kevin. It was something.
Yeah, you know,
Dyson.
It
you're
was
right.
Kevin Davis.
What's Kevin?
It was
Okay.
Davis.
one of those guys was guaranteed to be open.
Mm-hmm.
Played a lot of video games with Frank Wychick. At that point in time, my dad had converted me to being some kind of a Titans fan at the last year alone. But no, man, rest in peace, man. Watch those guys for a lot of Sundays.
Yeah.
Steve McNair, if he threw it towards Frank Wychick, it was more than likely a catch. And who could ever forget
Frank Wychick
Music City Miracle.
tell Steve McNair we said what's up because in them pearly gates, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both.
Now
That's crazy.
they both gone. Yeah. A sad situation there. They said he fell and hit his head or something.
Yeah.
But then somebody else told me that it was CTE. So how could it have been CTE if he fell and that happened? Like I don't know what's true, but
it could be a cover up. So he probably, I don't want to speculate, especially
Right,
while we're live, but
yeah. But anyway, either way though.
either way, it's a sad
Frank
situation.
Wychick, yeah.
Right before Christmas, I'm sure he's got family that loved him. So rest in
I
peace.
think they
Wychick.
said like 2 daughters and a couple grandkids, something like that. So
That's crazy.
Did you
man.
see how hard it is to run away from teams when Tyreek Hill is not on the field?
Tyreek Hill makes a hell of a
The
difference.
Titans look like
that's
the
why
99
when we
Titans
was
right
having the
now.
conversation earlier, I was going to say Tyreek Hill is my MVP right now.
Exactly. Yes, hell yeah. And that's why he's on our top 25 wide receiver list, right?
Okay,
Was he on everybody? He wasn't on your list, was he?
I may have had an oversight. He should have been.
Hell yes.
I think he was near the bottom.
Look at the Kansas City Chiefs right now without him. Look at the Dolphins right now, tonight without him. Yeah, that boy is bad, man. He's an MVP, no doubt about it. I mean, he's that damn, and he might get the MVP, right? Who's gonna be the MVP? And we'll get out of here. Who's the MVP?
Right now, my vote goes to Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott. But you know he's going to break that record where if his ankle is going to be all right,
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill's going to break that
Here's
record.
the thing about MVP. It is such a quarterback-driven award. And at some point, I think there was a situation where there wasn't really any quarterbacks that were pulling away. I think Dak is starting to do that because the Cowboys are, one of the top 3-4 teams in the leagues. I don't want to say solely because of him, but because of him.
Nah, I ain't going to lie. The Cowboys are really like the top 3 team, top 2 team in the league right now. Outside of the 49ers, who are you putting above the Cowboys? Your Ravens? I don't know if your Ravens will beat the Cowboys right now.
I put my Ravens ahead of them just because of their defensive play.
I put the Ravens.
But their defense is better than y'all's.
It is.
Whose defense? Ours?
The Cowboys.
No, the
I was
Cowboys.
about to say, not right now, it ain't.
Shout out to Al Harris, man.
Al Harris.
He's the coach of the
He
defensive backs over in Dallas.
coaching the DBs in Dallas.
Really?
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. I remember Al Harris.
Yeah. He coaching DBs over there.
Yeah. We got to do DBs at some point, too. Yeah, this was when football was good, when you could hand check, you could jam. And that's why, some people thought that we should have gave a little bit more credit to the Joe Horns and the Keenan McCardales and Jimmy Smiths, even though I did name those people. And I was like, they missed my top 25.
Did I have Jimmy Smith on the list?
I think you did.
I did. I had him and Rod Smith.
I think you had him on there, yeah. Rod Smith was interesting, but Rod Smith not being on my list is the same reason why I don't have a certain running back on my list. But I'll leave it at that. That's going to be good on Saturday. Get y'all list together. I hope it's solid. I hope it's good. Nick is already giving me a lot of flack. There goes D-Hop. Here we go.
Still going.
He's still going.
I think Chris Johnson's supposed to be on your list, bro.
He's on the list.
I think he's supposed to be in your top 25.
Well, you know what, though? But I've got like 6 days to actually to straighten this out.
Yeah, now that you know what this...
Since you're kind of, since you kind of get me in my place, put me in my place.
Yeah, I got a little beef with your running back list, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but again, I think the eye test again. I know I've watched every running back on my list.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Well, no, not every running back on my list, but just about. What I think the difference is going to be between me and you is that you're not paying enough homage to some of the old school backs. That's what I think. And I'm not saying you have
disagree.
to.
I think I'm going to have enough.
Oh, I know. If you think Chris Johnson should be top 15, I know there are some people you're leaving out.
I said top 25. I didn't say he should be top 15.
It sounds like it. I mean, I'm at 25. And I'm willing to put him at 25, and you still think he should be higher.
Well,
so that means he's definitely top 20.
I had to get him to 25 for you, and at 25 with work done, I was
like, probably want him at 20, at least. Sounds like it.
Yeah, that'll depend on who's at 24.
No, I mean your list. It sounds like he's at least 20 on yours. That's what it sounds like.
We'll see.
Could be.
We'll see. We'll see. But again, shout out to Jamal Lewis, Priest Holmes. Jamal Charles, Matt Forte, Sean Alexander, Marshawn Lynch, and Corey Dillon, and
Clinton Portis,
Ricky Williams. Clinton Portis and Ricky Williams.
I think a lot of the coincidence, well, not coincidence, but
if anybody watched Ricky Williams, y'all chime in and let me know.
Tell
me the truth, man. If you watched him, the dude wasn't even trying to play every Sunday, man. He wasn't even trying to play like putting his 100% effort. He would give you like 50% and still be like 1,800 yards. Like how the did he do that?
But one common denominator between a lot of those guys is that they missed a lot of time in their prime, or at least sometime. Jamal Lewis, people forget that he did a year or so in
Didn't he get 2,000 yards too in the season?
He did.
He did.
Yeah,
with the Ravens, wasn't it?
Yeah, with the Ravens.
Yeah.
They drafted him, and when he won a championship his rookie season, the next season he came out, he was a man beast, and then I think the year after that he had to do some time because of some type of a drug phone call or some weird stuff that he got in trouble for. So, yeah, sucks. Very much sucks.
Yeah.
Always got to be careful when you're around.
Shout out to Warwick Dunn too, man. Again, that all-purpose stuff means a lot to me. If the numbers 500 catches, almost 5,000 extra yards.
Like I said,
how did that not make the list though?
I struggle with that. Like it's like when you said it, I was like,
yeah.
Because he does have that all-purpose type of element. Chris Johnson had a little bit of that too. He did. But Warwick Dunn was definitely
and for the record,
more versatile.
The Titans just didn't have the best offensive coordinators.
Right.
They didn't get the best out of their players.
They played a very old smash mouth style.
That's why Jeff Fisher shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
That's why Jeff Fisher shouldn't be anywhere near a damn Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
My issue there when comparing him to Chris Johnson is there's not a time
we're just talking defense.
that I look back at Warwick Dunn and go, yeah, during this time, he was one of the top 3 backs in the league.
Right.
Like he might have at best he might have been fringe top 5-ish kind of conversation.
Yeah. Well,
Which,
let
don't
us
get me
know.
wrong, is a great running back to be, especially for, maybe 5, 6 out of 12 years.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's
I would love to know where you all think Chris Johnson is. If you did a top 25 list, you can definitely do that. Let us know. Chime in. We're gonna put it out. We're gonna put it up
Come
on the
argue with
Great Debate Show
Jarvis.
page
I'm
tomorrow.
getting tired. I'm not getting tired.
Nick, we just had a very important guest to come on the show. Do you know of anybody named Emily Brown?
Hey, baby.
We ain't got but one fiance on the.
Can I say what I said earlier before she came on?
No.
No, keep that one. No, keep that.
She didn't get to come.
Yeah.
She didn't get to come to OB.
Yeah.
But again, congratulations.
2 years.
No, I know. But the reason why I said it is because so many people see that now, and there are some people that are like unhappily ever out there, and they just try to hang in there because a motherfucker said, "Man, shit, I know you think this shit ain't gonna work. You think it ain't gonna last." Yeah.
Nah, man.
Congrats, man. And it's a beautiful thing, though, man. It's a beautiful thing
when
it's the way it's supposed to be, and y'all are, mutually want the same thing and got a bright future ahead and goals to accomplish.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Jamar, he had the single game record until LaDainian Tomlinson broke it, and then Adrian Peterson broke it.
He caught that bitch. Oh my God, D-Hop
D-Hop is still D-Hop is what he is.
Hell yes. Levis is slinging that thing, man. Where's Jalen Ramsey?
And Will Levis is better than I said he was? Is that what's going on right here? Oh my Lord!
Yeah, he threw that one. I mean, Howard should have made a play on
Probably
that.
should have been picked. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, it's one of those nights. Again, hate to hit you with my conspiracies, but the last time when Dick Buckers passed a few months ago, the Bears won that Thursday night game. The same day. It was a Thursday night.
Yeah.
He passed away.
That was the night when DJ Moore went crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah. The night that you text me, Mr. Jarvis is so crazy he needs to be drug tested. That was the day you text me, Jarvis, should I be betting the Bears here? After Dick Buckers passed away. And the Bears won.
That might end up in a drop.
And again, rip the Frank Wycheck. Look what the Titans are doing right now. A day after Frank Wycheck's passing. Man, get it together. Tyreek Hill, have they said he's out for the game, or I haven't seen it.
They haven't said it.
They haven't announced it yet. And one more thing before we get out of here. Ja Morant testified that he acted in self-defense when he punched a teenager at his home in July 2022.
I'd be glad when they
I think his 25-game suspension is almost up, so this is the reason why they're trying to nip this in the bud.
He comes back next week. Let me ask y'all something, though. Because that nothing's going to happen with that. Ja's already paid that boy. He's trying to get paid twice. Mm-hmm. Let me ask y'all something. So we've all seen the Ohtani contract, right?
Oh, yeah.
10 years, $700 million, right?
Have y'all heard the details, though?
He deferred like $68 million a year.
$686 million gets deferred to after his 10 years. He's making $2 million a year for 10 years.
Say what? What? Why the hell would he do that?
I have my theory, but
retirement.
Allegedly, he did it so that the Dodgers could still spend more money and be competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they definitely be able to do that then.
I think it's borderline like tax evasion, because after 10 years he'll go back to Japan and he won't have to pay California taxes.
That's a good deal there. Yeah, because actually, baseball, it's not like salary caps.
Yeah.
It's the owner's money.
Yeah.
And somebody's already spoken publicly about how, I think it's the oh my God, what team is it? One of the baseball teams are on credit right now. The whole payroll, the whole team, all the players, their salaries is like on credit because of how much the salaries are for which team I don't remember.
Yeah, my God, Jamar said
so I definitely can believe that. That's definitely what it sounds like.
Taxes,
yeah,
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Because let's look at it like this: if he actually got that money now, out of $700 million, he probably only get like $340-400 million.
And you got to think about it too. Shohei Ohtani don't give a shit about being famous.
Not at all.
At least not in America.
Right. And there's no guarantee that he's even going to hit next year. I mean,
he's not going to.
I think they already said he's not going to pitch.
Yeah, because of the UCL, he's got the same injury that Brock Purdy had.
Yeah.
Except he didn't have Tommy John surgery either. But still, this guy's like a triple play, double play, whatever you call it. He can do it all, but he's not going to do but one thing. I think for the next year or so. With no pitching, so isn't he a better pitcher than hitter, or is he just good at all of it?
Yeah, I mean, he's like, the football equivalent would be like Patrick Mahomes and Deion Sanders.
God damn.
Yeah, legitimately, and that's not even a joke.
In one, you know what I'm saying, like in one player.
Yeah, me and this guy, cool guy, he knows everything about a lot of sports. not everything, but he gave me a nice tip about the St. Louis Cardinals, his baseball team. But this Caucasian guy, a real good guy. We predicted that he was get like 10 years, 500, maybe 600 million, and he still overexceeded that too. Yeah, we thought it was a wild number we were throwing out there, and then it was
600 million would have been the number.
Yeah. I said 556 and 7 though. God dang.
Plus Ohtani he'll make a good bit of endorsements.
Man, I wish I was
he'll make a shit
Ohtani
ton.
right
He's
now.
got a whole country behind him. He'll make a shit ton of
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like he like, all right, bro, I'll get that money later. It's
Shout
fine.
out to Magic too, because Magic is doing big things. He's now a part of the Washington Commanders, and we know he owns the Dodgers too, or he has stakes in the Dodgers.
He may have sold some of his stake, but I think he's still doing business with him.
Oh, okay.
It's Magic.
Okay.
You know, it's
Yeah,
Magic.
it's Magic.
Showtime.
Showtime. And look, somebody wanted to do the top. How do y'all think we should do 10 or 15 with point guards in the NBA?
I say 10.
10.
Make it
10
make
is
it
fine?
tough. Make it tough.
That will be tough.
It'll be
That
tough.
will
I think
be
it might
tough.
get interesting with 15 though.
Or should we just? Well, we've already did Magic. Did we ever do Magic and Steph? As far as
We did do Magic.
Okay, so yeah, we need to do the whole 10 then.
Yeah.
Did we all say Magic was still number one?
I still got Magic. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Do you all think Magic is number one, or you know how the generation we live in now, nobody thinks Steph is not the GOAT. To be honest, with you.
I hate this generation. I don't hate this generation.
Well, the way he changed the game and all of that, yeah.
I mean, he definitely changed the way the position is played.
Yeah.
It's like every new thing that happens
the best thing ever.
has to be the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like nobody can progress to being on that level. You know
we
what
just
I'm
talked
saying?
about it like people talk about LeBron as the GOAT, but they still wearing Jordans.
Yeah.
What's some LeBrons? What's some LeBrons, Jamar? I know you like.
That's true.
I know you love your boy LeBron.
That is true.
What's some LeBrons, man?
That
But I
is
catch
true.
you some J's.
That is true. I
I
know a lot of Kobe fans that never wore a pair of Kobe's.
What do Kobe's even look like?
They don't know either.
Disrespect.
I'm serious.
Stayed in Jordans.
I have
But
both
hated
pair of
them.
Kobe's.
But hated
Yeah,
them.
I got
The only Kobe's I remember are those ugly ass Adidas he had. They look like
I need
ice
to say
skates.
that shit.
They look like ice skates.
LeBron did have one nice
You talking
pair.
about the first, not the Crazy Eights. You talking about
The first ones.
Oh, okay.
I remember the commercial when he unveiled it. He's like, "Oh, it's my shoe."
Yeah, they do look like robot.
I don't know
feet,
why I
right?
remember that line. It's my shoe.
Them just did look like robot feet, but
They look like ice skates.
yeah, but no, I got like 3 pair of Crazy Eights. I got a couple pair of 6s, and I think a pair of 8s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got.
I mean, I would buy a pair of Kobe's like posthumously.
And a pair of 5s. I got a pair of 5s too.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Kobe's.
Kobe's?
Yeah, I
I
got.
don't know, but I don't know what his shoes look like.
I don't either.
Most of them are low tops.
I hate that too. I hate
almost all of his Nike drop because Adidas he had a couple of higher top ones, Crazy Eights and the Adidas one you talking about. But the almost all of his Nikes were low tops except for until he tore his Achilles. Then he started putting out the high top like I think those like the 13s.
I bought the one particular pair of Iversons more than I've ever bought. A pair
I remember
of Kobe or
I3s.
Levi's.
Oh yeah, the questions was nasty.
The
Now.
I3s were dope, man.
That's what it was?
Yeah, the question,
Oh,
yeah.
The I3s, yeah.
White
Well,
and
the
blue,
answer's
white and
whatever.
red, white and
I
yellow.
would buy a pair of those right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why I probably wouldn't do it now is because, like, at that time I didn't care, but Reeboks was so damn huge. Like, it felt like you were
Just
wearing.
was big as
It
hell.
felt like you were wearing lug boots. Like, man.
This is definitely
And
not.
no shot to lugs because I loved lugs back in the day, but yeah.
They're
But
definitely
yeah.
not hooping in them just these days.
No, sir.
But yeah.
But man, those AIs were
I wanted a pair
killing
of those
any
so bad.
LeBrons or Kobe's.
I wanted a pair of I3s so bad.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, I had.
I was in
I
6th
had.
grade, man. I wasn't
I
about
don't
to
know
go.
how many times I bought those suckers, man.
I3s weren't gonna happen.
Right. McGrady had a pair of shoes, one pair in particular that was better than any LeBron's or Kobe. Well, LeBron had one good pair, the one that came out in like 06. It had the white with the black on the. It was black and white or something.
That was
like that.
alright.
Now he had one good pair now, but that was just it. But Jordans, come on, man, come on.
Oh
Stop.
no!
What
Wait a
happened
minute.
there? Is that a cow?
That bull got
Bull?
loose.
Why the hell is it a bull there? Anyway, Monday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen, 10-7 at the half. Green Bay up over the Giants. And what was the score again in Miami?
10-7.
Is it 10-7 also? How are these games so...
Titans are
Yeah,
up.
10-7 halftime.
How are these
Titans.
games so similar, score and everything? Tyreek Hill is probably done for the night, and that's so messed up because I had another parlay I was going to win. But I knew they were not going to let me win back-to-back days.
No, man.
I just knew they weren't going to let me do that. Too much light right.
right.
That's all I needed was a touchdown. Everything else hit yesterday. I just had one more. And he really did hurt his ankle, though. I saw it. But how do we not know that he can't come back? Like, this is what...
He'll probably come back.
He ain't coming back. Everybody had him to get a touchdown tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed the show. This is the Great Debate Show. We thank everybody on TikTok that tuned in. We're going to be back Saturday with our top 25 running backs of all time, and we're going to see if I can move Chris Johnson up that list a little bit more. I hope my brother doesn't get the strap. Do you think he's higher than Eddie George?
Who?
Chris Johnson.
No.
I don't know how you can say that. Eddie George ain't that much better than some of the people I just said.
I don't think he's higher than Eddie George.
This is weird.
I gotta take a deeper look before I say that.
This is weird.
I might have said that a little fast, but I got a feeling the numbers will probably back.
I mean, he did get his 10,000 yards, but I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't. He was the fastest to 10,000, but he didn't do much after that.
Hey, cuz
Y'all go back and look at Fred Taylor
the
too,
better
man.
get
He
to
was bad
going.
boy.
They ain't looking too good right now.
Seriously.
My cousin, he's a Packers fan, long-time Packers fan.
Packer fan.
Yeah, man. But the Pack better get to going because they ain't looking too good right now. We didn't even talk about the damn play, did we, y'all?
Was that one of those hip tackles again? No, it wasn't.
Kind
Talking about the
That's a horse collar.
Are you talking about the Patrick Mahomes thing?
I mean,
Yeah.
Tyreek. Oh, okay, yeah. Real quick, go ahead. T, whatever you want to say about that. Patrick Mahomes.
So as far as Patrick Mahomes ran at the end of the game, he was not mad at the refs. He's
Who was
mad
he
at
mad
their
at?
receivers. Because one of the first damn things you learn is how to line up or how not to line up. So I'm not buying that Patrick Mahomes was dead upset with the refs. He's upset with his receivers. They drop balls in big moments. They can't line up on a damn play. They probably practice on all week.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's mad at these players.
I think two things can be true. I'm gonna say a couple of things here. Now, I'm not gonna say you're wrong, T.
Mm-hmm.
I think two things. I think he's mad at both the refs and at his receivers. I think that Patrick Mahomes has done a great job this entire season of being a great teammate, of not throwing his receivers under the bus when they truly deserve it, with how terrible they've been, with him and Travis Kelce basically being the only consistent, worthwhile playmakers on that offense all year. I think he does have a lot of frustration, and rightfully so. I think he was also frustrated at the refs, and to an extent, rightfully so. And this is why I say that. Did the refs make the right call, technically speaking, by the book?
Yep.
Absolutely.
In the discussion,
There's Tony was on top of the line, over the line a little bit, whatever you want to say. He was offsides, right?
Right.
But as a football, a couple of things. First off, for those who don't know, my father is a 20-something year college football refereeing veteran, right?
Okay.
Hadn't reffed in a couple of years now.
Okay. I didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
he did
That's good
about
info.
25 years, give or take, in high school for some years before that. And he even said to me today, he said, one of the principles of officiating is legality versus impact. So was what Kadarius Toney did illegal? Yes. Did it impact the play? No.
No, it didn't.
If Kadarius Toney is half a foot back and he's not offsides, it does not change what happened on that play. He wasn't in press coverage. He wasn't even the target of the pass of the first pass. He was the target of the second pass. And so maybe he's half a foot behind where he was. He was still standing over there by himself, and Travis Kelce just has to go be Travis Kelce, where he goes and makes up times to go throw the ball across the field to people. That's an all-time great play, and obviously a rivalry that the league is trying to build. You don't want that game to be flipped because you made a call to say that somebody was offensively offside, and it had really no effect on the outcome of the play. Not to mention, it's not as if it's a situation where the Bills don't have a chance to go win it. They get the ball back with probably a minute and 12 seconds to go, and then maybe Josh Allen goes back down and scores, and it's all a moot point anyways. But you take away the ability to have that happen because you step in and make a call like that when it really was. I mean, it was legally, technically warranted, but if you look at it from an impact standpoint, and then it's further frustrating to me later in the night to watch the Eagles and Cowboys games and they picking up flags for clear fucking holding calls and on touchdown plays. But we're not gonna talk about us.
Well, okay, but here's my issue. Now, had he just lined up a little bit offsides, that boy was way offside.
He was lined up with the ball.
You couldn't see the ball.
Right, because he was standing right down the line of it.
Okay, let me just nip this in the bud. Kansas City Chiefs fans, if there's any of you watching or listening, man, boo-hoo. Too bad, too sad. I'll rewind a little bit.
Now listen, you got to remember now.
You called us the San Francisco 49ers. Oh my God, did you hear Patrick Mahomes yesterday? Why is nobody even finding him? Why is Andy Reid not getting a fine?
And again,
they bashed the refs.
This is coming from a guy that just lost a Super Bowl to these guys.
And I'm about to go back to the one I lost to their asses.
On a referee call that I didn't agree with.
Man, look, that was one call that I didn't agree with you all, but I can give you a few. All of the holes that Nick Bosa had in Super Bowl 54. D Ford got held a lot in Super Bowl 54. George Kittle, before halftime, Jimmy Garoppolo threw a dot, and he didn't do that much. And they took it away because they said it was offensive pass interference, when it really wasn't. They could have let that go. It was very ticky-tacky. And just that season, that postseason, in the wild card game, T.J. Hawkinson literally extended his arm back and won the playoff game, getting the touchdown in the end zone, and the Vikings eliminated the Saints just that same postseason. And they didn't call a damn thing, and they threw that flag on Kittle. We should have won the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 54. We just should have. The Chiefs, the one time you didn't get a call, or they gave you a call that you didn't agree with, might piss on them. I laughed my ass off. You would have thought I was watching the Chappelle show. That's how funny it was to me, because I loved it. They're finally getting that damn karma back. Man, piss on the Chiefs again. He's the greatest quarterback we've ever seen in our lives. However, it's one play, it's one call. Let it go. He was offside, and again, like Terrence said, that frustration wasn't even at the officiating crew. It was at the receiver, whose dumb ass who was lined up over there anyway. I mean, I take that back, because y'all know, really, I think that's how it was played out to be. But it was a part of the script. But still, it was offside. It is what it is. And Andy Reid should be fined for saying that it was embarrassing. If Jim Harbaugh had said that, it would have been lights out for him. The 49ers didn't complain about it. I didn't see Colin Kaepernick whine and complain after the NFC Championship game in 2013. I didn't see Garoppolo and Kittle and none of those guys complaining after Super Bowl 54. Shanahan and John Lynch didn't say a word. And these guys are complaining and whining. Man, somebody go get them some cheese or something, because that's what they need.
Whole lot of wine.
With all of that whining. Stop it. I don't care. That's what you get. It's one game. Let it go. How about this? And this is what Mahomes should have said. We should have just did a better job. We had 3.5 quarters or 4 whole quarters.
He's been saying that all year.
Keep saying it.
He was clearly he's frustrated with it. Like I said, that's why I said, Terrence, both things can be true.
I love it.
He's definitely pissed off with them receivers. He's being the best leader that he can be and trying to keep everybody on the same page and all of that. Well, but he's like, look.
Well, how about this? How about this, Nick? How about you not make $400 million? And this is the reason why Tom Brady's the GOAT. How many times Tom Brady could have been the highest paid player in the league? Many times.
Right.
He never, ever was, because he wanted to win. You making all that damn money. That's why you got to throw the ball to Tony and Rice and whoever these people are. Tyreek Hill didn't get his bag, so he went to Miami to get it. You should have kept him. Period. Man, stop whining. Piss on him. I don't give a damn.
The thing about it is, them not keeping him wasn't Patrick Mahomes' fault. Patrick Mahomes actually took a discount on the money that he could have made.
He just got another extension.
Did they redo him already?
Yeah, they did it. And why don't you go to the front office and say, hey, Mr. whatever the owner's name is, I don't want to do that. Colin Kaepernick told the 49ers, hey, don't do this. I want Crabtree to stay and I want Vernon Davis to stay. And they said, okay, Kaepernick, we're going to give you a team-friendly deal. Now, he still got screwed in the process, and Crabtree and Vernon Davis still left. But I'm just saying.
So they redone Mahomes since Burrow and Hurts and everybody?
They tore the other one up. They want to always make him the highest paid player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't remember they did it.
Now, I don't know if it helped the cap. I don't know if it helped the cap or hurt the cap. He's not coming back. Is his pads off? Oh, yeah. He don't even have his shoe on, I don't believe. It's over with for Tyreek Hill.
Oh, damn.
This sucks. I just needed one touchdown. Is that too much to ask for? Yeah, he's not playing. He's not coming back. But anyway, it's been a great show. We're almost at our 90-minute mark. The Great Debate Show, again, is available wherever you get your podcast. We are live sometimes on Facebook and TikTok, and we're going to start doing that a whole lot more, because that's what the audience wants. That's what our people want. But hit that follow button and that subscribe button so you can be notified each and every time a new episode is dropped, and you won't miss these top 10, top 25 lists, because we've got a lot. Yeah, we're going to put it on the page tomorrow. We want people to comment on it.
They haven't redone them yet.
They haven't done it yet. They'll probably do it in off season.
They're going to do it.
About it.
I think told me that they were about
I'm sorry. They did a restructure. They gave them a $20 million signing bonus, another $133 million guarantee, $208 million injury guarantee. Okay, yeah. So they did do some restructuring.
Yeah, shut the hell up and
Okay.
deal with the receivers you got.
Okay, yeah, they did. Okay.
Just shut up. Period.
I forgot they did that.
Yeah, just shut up. Stop whining. I mean, he embarrassed himself yesterday. You talking about it was embarrassing for he embarrassed himself. Like, leave that alone. He was acting like a spoiled brat that didn't get his toy or the candy that he asked for in the store. He was acting like a kid. He pitched a fit. That was like, yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm telling you, I was like Dave Chappelle when man, what episode was it when he said he was leaving his wife and his family, and the girl actually broke up with his boyfriend, and she got off the plane. She said, "So it's over. The divorce is behind him." She said, "Yeah, it's behind him. Open your eyes." All right. He had his wife and his kids. Me and my wife happy as hell.
The real issue.
It was funny, man.
The real issue was that they needed a damn backwards pass by Kelsey to get down the field. That's the problem.
Yeah. Oh. I'm glad you said something about that play. I hate to bring my conspiracy theory, but you know, with the whole Frank Wycheck thing.
Oh my God!
It's the Music City Miracle.
Why would the Chiefs get to do it?
Because 87.
Did the Music City Miracle happen against the Bills?
It did.
It happened against the Bills. And 87, which is Travis Kelce's jersey number, it ties a lot into, I can't think exactly what the Catholic number is.
What was Wycheck's number? 89?
89.
89.
Okay.
It's not about that, though. His 87 does have something to do with him and the Catholic school that Frank Wycheck went to. It's deep, man. It's deeper than y'all think with these numbers and stuff in gematria, I'm telling you. But why would they do that against the Bills the next day after his passing away? Like, why? You hadn't saw. And again, it didn't win the game. They called it back, but they still did it, and a tight end did it.
So there were flags on the field this time.
That's a joke. I didn't get it. I'm sorry.
That's the call that was made.
I missed it.
That's the call that was made when they scored. There's no flags on the field.
Oh, okay. I was trying to remember if that's what they said,
yeah.
or if there was one that was dropped and then picked up.
The Music City Miracle, they never threw one though.
They didn't throw one. No, there
Yeah.
was no flag. That's what he said. There was no flags on the field.
Yeah, but still, like it makes you think. What a coincidence, though, right? For him to do that the day after against the same team.
Well, the same day, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't the same day. Well, they announced it the same day, but I'm hearing that it happened Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
But they be waiting so long to announce it because they don't want you to place your bet on the Tennessee Titans. That's the reason why, and they're about to win. What are you gonna say if the Titans beat the Miami Dolphins? You're gonna tell me it's because Tyreek Hill didn't play?
Yes, absolutely.
But they could have rehearsed that play a million times in practice.
Tyreek Hill's the MVP, so yes,
but they could have went over that play a million times in practice.
I would definitely be comfortable with saying that the Dolphins lost because
that's why they take him out, so you can believe something like that. I mean, do you really think he's standing up on it? He's not on crutches. I don't see any ice on it. Why is he not running? He should be running. It's going to get worse, right? He's okay. And anyway, neither here nor there. The Great Debate Show. Again, hit the follow button and subscribe button because you can hear me say some of the most unhinged things ever in podcast history, according to Nick. And again, congratulations, Nick, on your engagement. And we're going to get out of here, y'all. The Eagles are going to lose a third straight game in Seattle. I said what I said. I am the only one that predicted them to lose 3 straight games before they even played my Niners. 33-13, 42-19. I wonder what this is going to be in Seattle. I see DK Metcalf having 3 touchdowns, 20-17.
Yeah.
Oh, that means it'll be close.
Yeah, it'll be close.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. Drew Lock looked pretty good early before we regrouped and got it together and said, all right, we the 49ers. Chill out. We got it.
Is he hurt? Is Geno hurt?
It's a growing injury. He tried to make it, but he couldn't. He in pregame, he was like, nah, I can't do it, so he didn't even suit up. But he may be back Monday night. I'm telling you, if he doesn't play, it might not matter.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to tell you, them growing injuries are tough, man.
Yeah,
they nag.
But he's a quarterback.
Yeah, that don't, man. Them growing injuries nag, and they.
He just hopes he doesn't play. I'm telling you, Drew Lock will kick the Eagles' ass too.
Quite frankly, I don't care either way. It doesn't bother me either way. I'm still taking us to win the game.
They're gonna be 10-4.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me in the slightest.
They're gonna be 10-4. So are the Cowboys though. They're gonna be 10-4 too.
But from a injury standpoint, I'm growing suck.
I take that back. If Tyreek doesn't play next week, they're gonna beat the Cowboys got the Bills first. Then they play the Dolphins. So never mind. Yeah, I think both of y'all will still be 10-4. Eagles and Cowboys will lose. Notice how the Eagles and Chiefs are doing everything together. The two teams that were in the Super Bowl last year.
Let me guess, the 49ers are gonna win, huh? He all play next week.
We got the Cardinals. We should, but I mean,
y'all should. That's true.
if you want to put $50 or $100 on the Cardinals, go ahead.
I
I wouldn't be
don't.
mad at you. Okay,
I certainly
because
don't.
we got injuries now.
He's
Armstead
got a
didn't play
pass on,
Sunday.
He still got pass. He walking back out. He ain't got no helmet in his hand.
This was before halftime. They just showed him standing up. Yeah, he ain't got a helmet, so he's not coming back. Stop showing them, man. They're messing with us. That's why they're doing that. Literally, they're laughing at us right now. You thought he was gonna get that touchdown, didn't you? Ha ha ha! They're just laughing at us. He's not playing.
Yeah, he ain't even got his sleeves rolled up and that.
He's not coming back out there.
Yeah.
And they're probably gonna lose. But anyway, one person shouldn't.
He the MVP.
I think so. But again, I hope they give it to Dak.
They whole offense is damn near null and void. All the speed they got on their team, and they can't move the ball against the Titans because Tyreek Hill's not on the field.
That don't look that bad. He slid last minute. So yeah, you're right, T. I mean, you're right, Nick. You're right, no doubt. All right, guys, that's it. I'm done. Appreciate it. It was good. We hope you all enjoyed, and let us know what y'all think about Chris Johnson and where y'all think he should be on that list with the running back list.
I'll be home in a minute.
And he fumbled. And everybody's got the ball. The Giants got it. We're gonna see 2 upsets tonight, and I'm not surprised. That's supposed to be Tyreek Hill.
Oh yeah.
Who
Pass
is that?
interference.
Oh, that's
Jalen, no, that's
Wilson.
Water. Okay.
Cedric Wilson.
Okay.
I started putting down for
I hadn't even seen him take a shot really.
Jarvis
like that.
got multicast over here, so we watching both games.
both games, man. Dude.
Multi-view, baby.
Multi-view. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Multi money.
I'm too broke for these conversations.
Not me. All right, but look,
I stream my football illegally.
let's if I don't get to do it, let somebody put the top 25 running back list. And if anybody gets time, you ain't got to do 25. You can give us your first 10 or whoever comes to mind, but at least just comment on where do you see Chris Johnson at. Some people are gonna say they don't even have him on his list. Some people are gonna say, man, yeah, he definitely should be top 15. I would love to know. CJ2K.
What's the latest?
CJ2K.
Mine is gonna be fun.
Yeah, we'll do that Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. We out. Hope y'all enjoy.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace. Be safe. Ooh. TikTok, you don't stink, you TikTok. Thank you so much. We'll be back Saturday for that list.
Where I cut the shit off at?
Just hit, tap it and see if you can just pick it up now since we're about done.
That's true.
And I'm sure stop or something should be on there.
I don't know. I'll let you figure it out.
Okay.
Nick,
I
y'all
don't wanna
got
get so close
y'all
to
got
it.
a date planned?
12
or
minutes?
a
No, no minutes.
tentative date?
Aiming for
Thank you all for watching, seriously.
Memorial Day weekend 2025.
Okay.
I
okay.
do not know how to stop this thing,
Yeah,
man.
because we've been saying for a while we think we're gonna do a destination wedding.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, we went to one last year and it was dope as hell. We had a lot of fun. Touchdown Giants.